So today in math, we are learning about how to write fractions. Let's read our essential question. It says, how can you write a fraction as a sum of unit fractions with the same denominator? Okay, we have a whole bunch of vocabulary words in our essential question. So here we go. We need to know what a fraction is. We need to know what a sum is. We need to know what a unit fraction is. And we need to know denominator. So let's go over all of these things. A fraction is part of a whole or group. It's a part of a whole or a part of a group. That's what a fraction is. What is the sum? Sum is the answer to an addition problem. So this means we're adding. All right. What is a unit fraction? A unit fraction is one part of a fraction. Something like 1/4 or 1/2. It's always going to have a 1 on top. A unit fraction will. And what is a denominator? The denominator is how many total parts are in our fraction. So on these two, 4 would be the denominator, 2 would be the denominator. The denominator is the bottom number. Okay, now that we know what all of those things are, let's read it again. How can you write a fraction as a sum of unit fractions with the same denominator? So today we're going to be learning how to add fractions with like denominators. Basically, we're adding up the units. So let's unlock a problem. Liz made a carrot cake and cut it into 4 equal slices. Doesn't that look yummy? She ate 1 slice or 1/4 of the cake. Her friends, Tommy and Renee, each ate 1/4 of the cake, or 1/4. What fraction of the cake did Liz and her friends eat? Okay, so we need to write the fraction represented by the sum of unit fractions. That's a big thing. Write the fraction that's represented by the sum of unit fractions. So we know we have 4 pieces of carrot cake, right? This is all one cake. It's just cut into 4 pieces. So I know that if I'm using my units, each one of these is 1/4 or 1/4 of the cake, right? So if I want to find out how much they've eaten, I know they've had 3 pieces. I can actually add these together to figure out how much they've had. That would be the sum of unit fractions. I'm adding together my unit fractions to figure out how much they've had total. So if I'm looking over here, they've done the same thing with just a model of the cake. So 3/4 of the rectangle is shaded because these are the 3 pieces that they have eaten. So I can add up 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4, and that's going to equal 1, 2, 3/4. I never change my denominator because I still only have 4 pieces. So I'm going to change my numerator to represent how many pieces were eaten. So Liz and her friends ate 3/4 of the cake. Okay, let's do another one just to make sure we're understanding. Mr. Rivera made a pan of brownies. He cut the pan into 6 equal pieces. Ooh, equal. That's a big deal. Each piece is 1/6 of the whole. His son Alex ate 2 pieces, so 4/6 of the pan of brownies is left. Write 4/6 as a sum of unit fractions. Before we do that, I want to go back to our essential question. We are learning how we can write a fraction as the sum of unit fractions with the same denominator. So in this one, how many pieces did we have when we started? What is our total number of brownies? Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my denominator is going to be 6 no matter what else happens. I started with 6 pieces. That's never going to change. I've always started with 6 pieces. All right? How many pieces are in a unit? 1. 1 piece in each unit. So 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6 equals 4/6. I'm going to write it over here too, just so it's big like the rest of them. I have had the number of brownies, or the fraction of brownies left in the pan, is 4/6 of where they started from. Because Alex ate this piece and this piece. They've been eaten. So we're going to pretend like those two are gone. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces left, or 1, 2, 3, 4 units left. This is a unit fraction. Remember, unit fractions always have a 1 and then however many pieces or parts you have. So 1 is always the numerator and your denominator is how many you started with. Let's do one more lesson video on the next slide, and then you're going to get to practice adding unit fractions. So you can write a fraction as the sum of unit fractions with the same denominator.